You slaves always request for dua. You slaves always request for dua. Please fulfill the wish of every helpless, Ya Allah. Please fulfill the wish of every helpless, Ya Allah.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله
الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله.
وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله.
My dear Islam brothers and viewers of Madani Channel, welcome back to our Spiritual Cures program. MashaAllah. Shall we start then, Sabr bhai?
Ji, labbaik.
Ji. Someone wants a wazifa for bleeding eye, and also one Islam brother wants a wazifa. Someone's had a stroke. Ji, Sabr bhai.
In regarding to the bleeding eye, if the person or if he gets assistance from somebody else, if they recite Ya Muqitu, Ya Muqitu, this is Qaf with the two dots
Ji.
and Ta at the end.
Ji.
Ya Muqitu, they recite this 10 times with Salat ala Nabi before and after and perform dam upon the eyes. Inshallah Azza wa Jal, the eyes, the bleeding and also the whatever the problems that they're facing with the eye, inshallah, will be relieved.
Alhamdulillah.
In regards to disobedient, whether it's a child or adult, whilst the disobedient person is sleeping, if they stand near the head, don't have to be exactly right over the head, but at a short distance and recite this following ayah, duration either 11 days till 21 days, and they'll recite it to such a sound where they can hear themselves, which is actual definition of reading. You can say that when you read, you should be able to hear yourself without waking the person up. You recite the following ayah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bal huwa Qur'anun Majid fi lawhim mahfuz, and then perform them towards, in the direction towards the disobedient person.
MashaAllah. But the important thing is that he should not wake up.
He shouldn't wake up.
Obviously, if he does, then there's going to be problems, isn't there?
Ji.
He might be thinking what's happening here.
What's happening? Ji, ji.
Ji.
In regards to the message regarding stroke, if they write in a steel plate, Surah Zilzal in a steel plate, wash with water and give to the patient to drink, inshallah Azza wa Jal, they will also be cured. What they can do also, as well as this, is write Surah Zilzal again in a steel plate. So they can maybe use two plates. Write Surah Zilzal in one where they wash with water, where the patient drinks it. And secondly, write Surah Zilzal in a steel plate and put it somewhere. For example, if the patient is lying here, if they place it at such a place where the patient could look at it, inshallah, this will also be beneficial.
MashaAllah. What do they write with? Just normal pen?
Just normal pen, fine.
Pen, teeth. MashaAllah.
Just mention like a Ghorelu Totka, you can say, or home remedy in English, as you'd say, that there's a strange, the specific and strange thing regarding pigeons, and it mentions one eating their meat, and one if somebody could reside or stay or rest where they are living. This is also very beneficial. I know here it might be a bit difficult, even though there is some people who keep pigeons.
Yeah, I know a few people who have pigeons.
Here in the UK as well, but in Pakistan it's a lot easier.
And they stay where the pigeons are staying.
Yeah, not exactly as
the
in
pigeons go inside the house,
in the pigeon hut, but as in nearby, and that's very beneficial. And also eating their meat is also very beneficial as well. Alhamdulillah.
Please, can you tell me a wazifa? I have pins and needles in my body. Regarding
the pins and needles or any type of pain, this particular spiritual cure, if they place their right hand upon the area, so wherever they're feeling, whether it's hands, whether it's feet, they're feeling the pins and needles, if they place their right hand upon that area, recite Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 3 times, and then this particular dua, which I'm going to mention now, 7 times, with Salat ala Nabi before and after. أعوذ بالله وقدرته من شر ما أجد وأحاذر. Dhal before the ra, yeah? وأحاذر. 7 times. Inshallah, they will be relieved.
Please, can you give a wazifa or a taweez for vomiting? And also, I get a lot of problems whenever I do something. It looks like it stays incomplete.
Also, regarding to vomiting,
Ji.
the person who's suffering from vomiting, if they recite Surah Tariq, just the once with Salat ala Nabi before and after, perform them upon any edible, anything that they're going to eat or anything that they're going to drink, and then eat or drink that, inshallah, the vomiting will stop, inshallah.
Say, inshallah.
And in regards to the brother who sent the message in, that he starts something but it doesn't reach completion. So anybody who's starting any new type of work, if they recite Ya Nafi'u, Ya Nafi'u, Ya Nafi'u with the Ain at the end, 20 times with Salat ala Nabi before and after, and then start that work, inshallah it will reach completeness, inshallah.
Can you give me a wazifa to read for swelling of the feet?
In regarding to swelling, the home remedy, inshallah, I'm going to mention as well as a spiritual cure. That person who is suffering with swelling, whether it's hands or feet or any type of swelling anywhere on the body, if they write La ilaha illallah 67 times on a piece of paper, make it into an amulet and wear it, inshallah the swelling will be removed. As well as this, on an empty stomach in Harmu, if they take a pinch of black seed with water, inshallah this will be also.
MashaAllah. My grand passed away in Ramadan this year and was very close to me. And since then, every time I think about her, my hands get sweaty and my heartbeat goes fast, and find it hard to breathe and take a deep breath sometimes. Inshallah, Father will do this.
Yeah, recite La Hawl Sharif 60 times with Salat ala Nabi before and after.
60 times?
Yeah. Perform them upon water and drink that water, inshallah.
My son doesn't come to our house anymore, please help me.
If they take a piece of paper, for example A4 plain piece of paper, and on all 4 corners, if they write Ya Haqqu, Ya Alif, and then Ha and then Qaf with the 2 dots, Ya Haqqu, they don't need to put the Arabs on. So if they write, so they've got a piece of paper, for example, like this, A4 piece of paper, so they write Ya Haqqu in all 4 corners. Once they've wrote that in all 4 corners, during the night, come out into the garden, so you're under the open sky, and raise your hands and make dua whilst you're holding this piece of paper in your hand. Inshallah, the person who is not coming back home will return home.
Inshallah, so we'll try to give you a wazifa for to find a good rishta.
The person who is struggling to get married, i.e. the unmarried person, if they write or they can get this written from someone, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyumu, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyumu 143 times, make it into an amulet and tie around the arm or around the neck. Inshallah, the person will get married very soon, and inshallah, the relationship will be fruitful.
We do get the Tawizat al-Tariya Islamic brothers mentioning sometimes as well that they will give the Tawizat, and when that person comes back again, that it's not working. The main reason is that they're not using the Tawiz. So please, if you are given a Tawiz, it takes a lot of time to prepare these Tawizat, and if you take them and you don't wear them and you don't use them, or if you've been given a wazifa and you don't read the wazifa, obviously how are you going to get better? We
had an incident like this, also where somebody's they've taken Tawiz and they've come back after maybe a couple of weeks and they say, oh, we've taken Tawiz and it hasn't worked. So when they asked, the reason why they asked clarification of what did you do, how did you use it, just to make sure that they've done it correctly. They mentioned, yeah, I took the Tawiz and where is it? It's at home. So they took the Tawiz and they just put it at home and they expected it to just work like that. And they've come back, they go, it hasn't worked.
It's like taking the medicine, not eating it.
Put it on the shelf.
And also in one case what happened was, the Tawizat was put into, it's all folded up. So they took the folded Tawizat and put it away, and the tariqah, they put that around the neck.
Yeah, we've had that.
Yeah, so that does happen as well. Can you give me a wazifa? If I have anxiety, I always be in depression. I'm having problems in life, lots of problems. I don't know who to turn to. I have a lot of anger and I cry all the time and I'm not interested in anything. I just feel like being alone all the time and just wanting to want to know what's wrong with me, please.
Anxiety, a very common problem. A lot of people seem to suffer this. Alhamdulillah. Shaykh al-Hadith Maulana Abdul Mustafa Azimi Ali Rahma, they write in their book Jannati Zevar that he who suffers from anxiety should recite Surah Yasin Sharif. This is one of the blessings. So many numerous blessings regarding Surah Yasin Sharif, but especially the person who suffers anxiety, recite Surah Yasin Sharif. If for any reason you can't recite yourself, then get someone to recite and at least listen to it. But then we should ponder about why we cannot recite, why we can't recite the Quran Pak. And then alhamdulillah, Dawat Islami is here to help you in this regard as well, that if you're an Islamic brother or you're an Islamic sister, alhamdulillah, fi sabilillah, Dawat Islami has made arrangements for Madrasatul Madina Bali Ghan and Balighat, where you can learn the Quran fi sabilillah. So alhamdulillah, brilliant opportunity to make a start. Inshallah, another treatment for evil eye. I'll give you a different one. Anybody who's suffering from evil eye, if they write or get somebody else to write it for them, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyumu, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyumu on a piece of paper 786 times, and make it into an amulet, wear it around the arm or neck. Inshallah, the influence of evil eye will be removed.
Can you give wazifa for my mom, please? She has stomach pain. Anything she eats, she is in pain and has other issues as well.
Regarding the mother, I think she's been ill for quite a while. If they recite Ya Mu'idu abundantly, try to recite Salat ala Nabi before and after a few times as well. Continuously recite Ya Mu'idu. Inshallah, she will recover from her illness.
My aunt's health is very serious. She is suffering. She has been bedridden since years. Can you give wazifa?
Somebody else can do it. Maybe it might be a bit difficult for their mother to do it themselves. This is for somebody who's so severely ill that they can't even get out of bed. So they're bedridden in a fact. Recite Ya Hayyu 1,000 times with Salat ala Nabi before and after, and perform them upon the patient. Inshallah, they will recover from their illness.
My mom, diabetic.
In regards to anyone who is suffering from diabetes, this particular spiritual cure, very mujarrab, you can say tried and tested. Duration for it is until cured. And you need to recite this particular ayah 3 times in the morning and 3 times in the evening with Salat ala Nabi, once before and once after. And the ayah is رَبِّ أَدْخِلْنِي مُدْخَلَ صِدْقٍ وَأَخْرِجْنِي مُخْرَجَ صِدْقٍ وَاجْعَلْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ سُلْطَانًا نَصِيرًا. I
know a lot of people, they're suffering at home. Some people think that because they've got this illness, there's no help, there's
no way out. They just see themselves, we're in a dark tunnel and there's no light at the end of it.
And sometimes they might be going to an amil and they'll be asking their help as well, and instead of helping them, it gets worse. So alhamdulillah, there's no need to suffer in silence.
I think one of the first things that comes to people's mind, how much is it going to cost? And that you need to be aware of that. Alhamdulillah, the Majlis Maktubat wa Awrad Atariya, which is a department of Dawat Islami, alhamdulillah, all the services are completely free, 100% free, fi sabilillah. So there's absolutely no charges. So if you were to go anywhere for some taweez and somebody did demand some money, then you're in the wrong place, because this can't be Tawizat-e-Atariya.
There are people obviously out there who will charge money, but like the Sabr Bhai said, Dawat Islami does not charge any fees for this service. The majority of the services that Dawat Islami provides is fi sabilillah, and alhamdulillah, we want to keep it that way. And so make sure that if anyone is asking you for any money, they might be asking you for a donation, don't give it to me, give it to the masjid. Alhamdulillah, if that is the case, if there's a what Tawizat-e-Atariya have, if you do visit a basta, we will have a Dawat Islami donation box. If it's not a Dawat Islami donation box, then please don't put anything there. Sometimes Islam brothers will give you a wazifa, or whenever you start to use the Tawizat to give a Gyar Mishrif £1.11 minimum, you can put that in any Sunni masajid, alhamdulillah. But if there's a wazifa basta there, if you have a donation box at home, you can put it in there as well. But if it's not a Dawat Islami donation box, then obviously it's your choice, but that will not be Dawat Islami. Ji Sawar bhai, mashallah, we've got a minute left now. Let's make dua for everyone, inshallah. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursaleen. Allahumma rabbana atina fi dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma a'inna ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husna ibadatik. Allahumma innaka afuwun kareem tuhibbul afwa. Fa'fu anna ya ghafuru ya Rabbana ya Rabbil Alameen. Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, for the sake of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, accept all our lawful du'as. Ya Allah, those who are ill, those who have problems at home, disobedient children, Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, give them shifa. And Ya Allah Azza wa Jal, make their children obedient to their parents. And make us all obedient in your court and in the court of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Allah, whatever good we have done, accept that in your court. Whatever sins that we have committed, Ya Allah, forgive them. Anyone with evil eye, any illnesses, Ya Allah, give them shifa. Ya Allah, grant your barakat. Ya Allah, grant your mercy upon them. And Ya Allah, forgive their sins. Ameen. Bijahin Nabiyyil Ameen. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Jazakallah khaira. Keep watching Madani Channel. And we'll see you next time, same place. Sallu ala al-Habib. Sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.
You slaves always request for dua. You slaves always request for dua. Please fulfill the wish of every helpless, Ya Allah. Please fulfill the wish of every helpless, Ya Allah.